Our time on the Camino has been very tough. This wasn't the best campsite. This looks so beautiful. We didn't have a great night. Definitely more wooded areas, more hilly terrain over there. This is our spot for tonight. I don't know how long we can keep doing this. It was shaking almost the entire night. Much more interesting now, and it's so cool to walk here. Otto just heard some sort of shooting noise. This is really beautiful. It's such a perfect day. Really a hard day so far.
Hi, my name is Elli. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. Enjoying a cup of coffee with a view is my absolute happy place. And this is Otto, an adopted stray dog, crisps lover, and the best hiking companion. Come join us as we explore the great outdoors, one trail at a time. In September of 2024, Otto and I traveled to Spain to walk the Camino Via de la Plata from Salamanca to Santiago. This is part 2. Come join us for our second week, where we walked in Castile and León, slowly making our way west.
Good morning everyone! Today's day 4 on the Camino. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's so sunny already. The sun just got up and it's supposed to be a very warm day, 28-29 degrees. So we left quite early and we are on our way again. Yesterday has been such a beautiful day. Zamora is a beautiful city. There's so much to see. The cathedral, an old castle, ruins of the city wall, and yeah, it was just a really nice stop for a rest day. My first stop for today is to go to the post office, or not really the post office, it's more like a distribution center, because as always I sent myself a parcel to the post office, but it couldn't be delivered. Apparently there was something wrong with the address. I can see online that it should be at the distribution center, which is luckily just outside town and basically right on the Camino, so it's not a long detour. I don't know what will happen. It's probably 50-50 whether I can get it, whether it's there. So let's start this day and let's go! Woohoo! It was actually there! Yay! Otto doesn't have to starve. Just kidding, but this is really great that I got this. It's only 11 a.m. but it's already very warm. I think the hottest day so far for us, but luckily it's not a very long day. I think it's only 20 kilometers and we have already completed 8 or 9, so yeah, just maybe another 2.5-3 hours. Wow, this is so wide and open. It's almost 2 p.m. now and it's getting really hot now, but we've made it to our stop for the night. This is the village of Montamarta, and from what I could see on the map, the albergue has a big picnic area garden around the building, so I hope it won't be a problem for me to set up the tent there. And yeah, just really happy. Today has been a bit tough, to be honest, in the heat without any shade. There weren't any options for a break like a bar or a cafe, so yeah, we've just pushed on. So I'm really ready for a rest and some shade, and yeah. This is the albergue and hopefully our spot for tonight. Yay! This is our spot for tonight. Look at how beautiful this place is. Ah, this is so cool. Look at that. This is really perfect. Wow. I took a shower and just waiting for the washing machine to wash my clothes. Yeah, this is really beautiful. It's such a perfect day. It's the perfect temperature in the shade, and yeah, just really nice. The perfect place for a rest. And I made a coffee. There's a kitchen inside and a microwave, and yeah, just resting for a bit. We spent the most relaxing afternoon in the garden of the albergue. I could wash my clothes, and yeah, we just rested a bit and enjoyed the warm weather, because I think it's one of the last like really warm days for dinner tonight, because I didn't want to go eat in the bar with my dad because there's no vegan options obviously, and because I picked up my resupply parcel this morning. I have quite a bit of food now. This is my instant mashed potato with gravy and dehydrated veggies and dehydrated soy meat, and I still have some avocado, some tofu and some tortillas. So yeah, I'm going to have a bit of that and a treat for dessert. Really happy to get some nice nutritious meals that's not just patatas bravas. This is it, the end of day 4 of our hike on the Camino. Really happy how far we've already come. I think now we have less than 400 kilometers to get to Santiago. So yeah, we're making some good progress. So far it's been really easy walking on more like tracks, no footpath. Really excited about tomorrow. So good night, see you then. This is the albergue, and this is where you have to put the money in, which is €5 for the night. And then there's a living room and even a kitchen. And this is the sleeping room, 20 beds. And in case you're wondering about the other people that stayed at the albergue, they all have left already. It's just about time for sunset, but they all left already, which is apparently a Camino thing, that most people start walking in the dark, obviously because of the heat too. Today's not supposed to be very warm, but yeah, still apparently it's a thing. We're the last one to leave the albergue and it's only 8:15. Our first stop for today is just the little village of Montamarta, where there's a bar, a cafe that's already open for breakfast. So let's go! This is our breakfast spot, and this is also one of the things that annoys me a little bit about Spain, because dogs aren't allowed inside, even though yeah, the floor is tiled and yeah, it's not wet or anything. So we'll stay out here, which is not too bad because it's dry, so yeah, it's okay. Ooh, look at that. This is an old church. Yeah, church. And all this down there should be a lake, but as you can see, there's no water, absolutely no water in it. to check on the map if I can see what this is, but it seems to be like the ruins of a gigantic castle or fort. Wow, this is so huge, like several 100 meters wide. Wow. Ooh, look at that. There's a couple of like hills, little mountains in the distance there, where we're probably going to hike over or along the next couple of days. Oh, beautiful. It looks like we're going to leave the farmland behind for a little bit, because there's definitely more wooded areas, more hilly terrain over there. Nice. We've completed 10 kilometers or 11, so I think this is going to be our spot for a little break. I found the albergue and there was a vending machine inside. So, here's some crisps. Today has been a nice day. It's not been too hot, a bit sunny since the late morning, but not nearly as hot as yesterday, and it's a bit breezy, so yeah, perfect for hiking. And for tonight I'm hoping that I get to stay at the same albergue as my dad. Apparently they have some sort of like backyard terrace thing, and I hope I can pitch my tent there, even if it's just on the concrete floor. But that's why I brought my freestanding tent for this hike, just so that I can pitch it everywhere basically. Okay, this is the albergue, and they actually don't have a terrace like they have one, but it's just like a couple of centimeters just to hang clothes. So yeah, no luck there. I found my spot for tonight, which is right here. I'm camped on the grass just behind the bar, which is there. The albergue didn't have a backyard where I could fit my tent, so the bar that basically handles the check-in for the albergue let me pitch the tent here. I also took a shower in the albergue, which is just 50 meters away, so yeah, really perfect. And the bar is open till very late, so I can use the toilets there. So yeah, what more could I ask for? This is really perfect. And now I'm going to go to the shop to get some bread for dinner, and then yeah, have some food and a rest. As you can hear, this wasn't the best campsite, because it's 6:30 now and I wanted to slowly start packing up the tent because we have a longer day today. But now the like sprinkling system that's watering the grass yeah, just went on, and yeah, I don't know. It started in the night as well, and it was on for like 15 minutes, so I hope it won't be longer than that. It's a bit of a shame that I can't pack up a dry tent now, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know why I went for the patch with the nice green grass. Obviously that gave it away, because the rest is like pretty dry right now, and yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, here I am. And we're off. This is actually a very interesting village, because right here the Camino basically splits. There's one going further north to rejoin the Camino Frances, so the French Camino, and then there's one going west towards Orense, which is the one that we are taking, the Camino Sanabres. Good morning everyone on day 6 on the Camino. It's still pretty early, only 7:30, but we already set off because it's already raining and the rain's supposed to be quite heavy in the afternoon. We had an okay night, I would say. It wasn't the best night's sleep because there were people going to the bar until I think 11, 12 at night, and then there was the grass sprinkling watering system going on, wetting all my tent. I don't know, there was just a lot of noise going on. Now we're on our way to Tábara, which is about 25 kilometers, so another bit longer day, but as you can see the terrain is not too steep and it's easy walking on a good path. And I think for a bit of today we're going to walk through some wooded areas, which I'm really looking forward to. And then if all goes to plan for tonight, we've booked a room, or actually 2 single rooms in a private albergue, some sort of basic simple hotel. Really excited for that, especially in the rain and after I had to pack up a wet tent. So let's go! Oh, this is beautiful. This is actually the first time that we're actually hiking on a footpath instead of a wider 4x4 track. Ooh, this is a really nice change. Cool. Finally. This is a bit of a hard day. It just keeps raining and raining and raining, and Otto just heard some sort of shooting noise from a farm, or I don't know from where. Now he's freaking out a bit, and yeah, this is not the best morning we've had so far. And I only had a small little breakfast because the bar only had like a tiny piece of cake, like wrapped in plastic, that I had. So yeah, I think I'm going to have some trail mix to get some calories in, and yeah, just put my head down and get this stretch over with. Look at that, 348 kilometers to go. Time for our lunch break.
Da erinnert sich aber auch nicht, das ist wahr. Ja? Ja.
We've made it to our stop for tonight, and this was really hard work, but I've already checked in and this is the golden ticket for tonight. I actually got a room, so yeah, really happy. Just going to sit under here for a bit so that Otto can dry off. I've made it to my tiny little room, but this is perfect given the weather out there, and Otto is allowed in here too. And yeah, this is everything. There's a little shower here and sink. Basic, but honestly it's just perfect after a day like this. And yeah, can't wait to take a shower now to get my wet clothes off and yeah, just have a really good rest. Good morning everyone on day 7 of our Camino adventure. And yeah, what can I say? We didn't have a great night. It was really nice to have a bed, to be out of the rain. But when we arrived in the village yesterday, there were some like shooting noise, explosion type noise, like going off every couple of minutes, maybe like a bird scare thing, something like that. Basically just every 5 to 10 minutes there was like one sound, and that continued all through the night. And because we're on the top floor, just under the roof, and the window isn't like the best window in here, basically you could hear the sound in the room as well. And it wasn't a problem in the afternoon when we arrived, because everything, obviously the hotel was noisy, people going in, going out. So yeah, Otto didn't hear it that much, but during the night when it was all quiet, it was quite a big problem, and Otto, yeah, just wanted to leave the room and was really nervous. He was shaking almost the entire night. He just got to sleep, I don't know, in early morning hours. And yeah, as a result of that, I didn't get a lot of sleep either. I think my watch recorded only like 5 hours. And yeah, so I feel pretty tired. Not even just that, but now we have to leave the hotel, and obviously the sound will probably still be on now, and yeah, this will be probably quite hard, because I think it's basically coming from the direction that we're walking in for the first couple of kilometers. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably going to be a very hard day. I think I probably have to carry Otto for a couple of kilometers until we're far away from the village, because as long as he realizes that he could in theory go back to the village, he will try to do that and just basically lay on the ground and not do anything, just freeze. So yeah, this will be quite a tough day probably. I feel like I don't have a lot of options, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. I just had breakfast and a coffee, and now I packed all my things, and yeah, let's go. Ooh, it slowly gets a bit hillier and a little bit of a wooded area. This would be a really nice morning if it wasn't for the very regular explosions, shooting noise things. And I already had to carry him for over 2 kilometers, which was so hard. And shit, this is a really, really hard day so far. This today is a really nice stretch. It's the perfect weather for hiking. Not too hot, but dry, a bit cloudy. Now that we can see the next village, Otto is walking again and is eager to get there. And yeah, really happy that we didn't hear any more noises for the last hour. But yeah, I don't know, it's just very draining so far. Our time on the Camino has been very tough and yeah, more draining than expected for the both of us. And yeah, I don't know, we've been out for 7 days and there have been shooting noises on at least 3 or 4 days. Just everything is quite hard, to be honest. Always this uncertainty of where I'm going to end up at night, whether we'll be able to put up the tent, and obviously I want to camp like near the albergues to spend time with my dad in the evening and just yeah, have this adventure together. Then the food situation that has not been too great. It's very hard to find vegan or even vegetarian food. Yeah, I don't know, it's just been a lot harder than I thought it would be, or I was dreading it a bit for this exact reason, but I was hoping that I would be wrong. I don't know how long we can keep doing this, if there's not at least 2 or 3 days without any shooting noise where Otto can like relax a little bit. I think we'll have to stop for a few days in the next like bigger town and just rest a little bit, because it's I think otherwise it's just not working, and it's just not great for Otto at all. And this is the reality. Ooh, there's a bar. Time to get a coffee. I'm almost in Santa Marta de Terra, which is going to be my end point for tonight after almost 22 kilometers, and things are looking a bit better now. We left the shooting noises behind, and I had a great snack break at a bar a couple of kilometers away. This is the beautiful church of Santa Marta de Terra, which dates from the end of the 11th century. And it actually used to be a medieval monastery, but only the church is still there. And it's apparently very special because it's one of the few Romanesque buildings in the province. And it also holds the oldest European image of the pilgrim Santiago. It's a beautiful church. So far most churches have been locked or not open when I passed through, but this one is open. And just a few houses away, that's the albergue where Otto and I will be staying at. And I'm actually really happy that I got here. It's not a real backyard, it's a covered area, and it's basically in the hallway, but I'm so grateful that the very nice lady from the church lets me stay there, just for Otto to have a really good rest, to be basically out of the elements, not hear any noises. So this is really special, and I'm so grateful. So this is our spot for tonight. Basically in the patio, but I'm so happy to be here, to be out of the noise and everything, and this is just perfect, honestly. And it's in these moments that I'm so grateful to have a dog like Otto, because obviously he has his issues with noise and being really anxious when he hears something, but at the same time he's so perfect in this environment. There's people like coming in, going, and he doesn't even like make a noise, so it's really easy to basically to stay in a place like this and not disturb anyone, to go basically unnoticed, and so grateful for that. Good morning on day 8 on the Camino. Otto and I had a really good night's sleep in the albergue. It was so peaceful and quiet, and it was a really nice change just to be able to be indoor with him, so that he could calm down a little bit, because I can feel that he's still like hyper aware of everything now. I hope it's going to be okay today, but you can just see that he's just hyper aware and basically just waiting for something to happen, which is not really a great sign. So yeah, really hope that we can go one day at least today without hearing anything, so that we can relax a little bit. It's not that early, it's 7:30 already, but the sun just got up. We started walking because in a lot of albergues you have to be out by 8 so that they can clean the place before the next pilgrims arrive. I left as soon as it got light, but I was amongst the last people to leave the albergue, because that's something that's very unusual for me, like compared to my other hikes, that people are actually leaving when it's still dark outside. We have a bit of a longer day. It's 27 kilometers. A bit of change in scenery today, which is really nice. As you can see, it's more like wooded areas now, and the red stone sand looks really cool, especially in the morning light. Yeah, really excited for today. I hope things will get a bit better after the hard day or hard morning we had yesterday. Let's go! Look at that, another marker with the kilometers on it. 315. Otto and I are just about to reach the first village for today. We've almost completed 11 kilometers, and there isn't a bar from what I could see on the map, but there is a shop, so I think I'm going to get a lemonade and have some snacks from my pack from yesterday, and just have a little rest. This is the little supermarket, and I even got a coffee to go, yay! And lemonade, kombucha and some fruit. There's a little church right there, and I can see some benches under the trees. This has been really, really nice today. Wow. This is a perfect spot for a lunch break. And I got a lemonade, and I have some hummus left, vegan cheese and tortillas. So this is going to be a really, really nice thing to have for lunch. Look at that. This looks so beautiful. Having this little lake, or I think it's still part of the river.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny.
I was a bit disappointed during our first days when we started, because it was just really flat and mostly on gravel tracks, and just walking past fields and fields and fields with nothing on it anymore, because the crops are harvested obviously. But now the landscape really has changed, and it looks a bit like a savanna with all the dried grass, but there's trees and you can see the mountains in the distance. Much more interesting now, and it feels so cool to walk here and look out, really be in nature. This is really beautiful now.
It's a good day today.
Ooh, look at this view. We're at 850 meters now, so these mountains over there, they must be well over 1000 meters, maybe even 1200 meters high. This looks really, really beautiful. This has been quite a tough day, to be honest. Almost 27 kilometers now. I think it's another 1.5 kilometers. So really happy that we're almost there in Rionegro del Puente, which is our end stop for tonight. And today has been, I think, from the elevation profile, has been the hardest day so far. I think we've climbed 600 meters today, which is not that much, but a lot more than the previous days. My dad is already at the albergue. He hiked a bit faster than we did today, and apparently there's some sort of terrace patio where I could set up my tent, which is great to be amongst the other pilgrims and just have this albergue experience as well, instead of being camped somewhere outside. And really happy to get there, to have a shower, to have a rest. Ooh, this is it. Rionegro, and the albergue is just that house over there. Ooh, look at that. This is the outdoor area. This is really, really nice. I set up the tent under the covered outdoor area. There's a bit of a breeze, we're not disturbing anyone, but still, close to the kitchen. I already took a shower. There's even a kettle in the kitchen, so I made myself a cup of coffee, and this is just perfect. I'm so happy that I brought my freestanding tent, because it's so easy to basically set it up anywhere. You don't need any packs. A really great option for albergues, I think, because obviously Otto can't be inside, but this way I have something to contain him in a place where he can rest, not disturb anyone else while I'm taking a shower. And it's a bit of both worlds. So this was really perfect and a really great option, I think, for us. All good. This is it, the end of day 8, and it was a really, really nice day. There were no issues of any sort. It was a bit tough going like in the heat, and there was quite a bit of elevation, and it was a long day, but it was a lot better than other days where it was much harder going. It was really, really nice, and just getting to the albergue, meeting the same people over and over again, like at every albergue, getting to talk to them was just it's been a really nice day on all levels, and I'm really, really happy that we got here. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.